What's up, YouTube? Joseph here with Harpie Ladies for June 2015. Now, contrary to my last video, I took out Pet Dragon and I added a lot of more cards to this deck to pretty much either speed it up, keep it rank 4, keep it winged beast, wind oriented, and just keep the whole Harpie flow going. So, with that in mind, let's get into that profile. First off, we start the lineup with Harpie Chandler, one of the deck's most essential cards in terms of her type, her attribute, and her abilities. If you do control levels, if you control a dragon type monster, her level alterates to 7. That's not an issue. I do have dragon monsters, either extra deck dragon monsters, and I have monsters to help support multiple Harpie Chandlers if they're on the board, and they become 7. Other than that, she can discard Harpie cards from her hand, especially from your hand, especially some Harpie monsters from your deck, so you can get into even more faster exceed plays for rank 4s. Harpie Dancer comes in as pretty much bouncing back wind monsters on your field, so that you can just normal summon in addition to your normal summon that set that turn wind monsters, so you can pretty much spam the board with Harpies, use Honeyground's ability to destroy stuff, and then go in for the kill. Also, because of her low stats, she can get over stuff like Bottomless Trap Hole. Harpie Harpist, new to the archetype. Pretty much a winged beast, a level 4 winged beast searcher. For those that are winged beasts that are level 4 winged beasts with 1500 less attack. Contrary to her other effect, she can, when she's normal summon, she can bounce another winged beast and a face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field back to hand. Harpie Lady 1 is my generic Harpie Lady. She gives the attack stab to all wind monsters on board, so that's why I chose her over Cyber Harpie. Harpie Queen is our 19 beater and searches for Harpie's hunting ground. Miss Valley Falcons. These are in the deck now because I do play Divine Wind, and I do need a lot of cards for mid to late game that aren't really offered or have been used up, and that's where not only Falcons but Zephyros comes into play, retrieving those cards, adding them back to my hand so that I can use them again. That's the monster lineup. The spell lineup is pretty simple. Of course, 3 Hysteric Sign. This wouldn't be a Harpie deck without them. Being able to add Elegant Ecosystem from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and then during the end phase of which this card was sent from your hand or field to graveyard, you can add up to three Harpie cards with a different name to your hand, and having all these sorts of cards in deck to help support that just pretty much synergizes the whole link of the deck itself. Harpie's Hunting Ground pretty much is abusable by Harpie Dancer and Chandler, as well as Harpist. If you can get pretty much wiping out your opponent's back row, destroying spells and traps every time you normal summon or special summon Harpie Lady. That does include Chandler, Queen, Dancer, and Harpist because they're Harpie Lady while they're on the field or in the graveyard, or for some of those players who play Harpie Sisters, which is also a really good tactic if you choose to go in that route. One Alien Aegis because there's 3 signs in the deck and there are so many things to recycle in. 1 Divine Wind to keep the monster flow coming, especially abusable with the effects of Dancer, Harpist, Falcon, and Zephyros. 1 Raigeki to destroy monsters, and 1 Symbol of Heritage to pretty much be premature burial for the Harpie Ladies because they all are Harpie Lady while in the graveyard, and you can use Zephyros and Falcon to retrieve this card so you can use it again. Next, for traps, 3 Hysteric Party keeps the monster count coming back and also just keeps the board established so that you can go into your wins. 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance works really well with the Harpie Ladies because while Hunting Ground's on field, you can pop spells and traps. Anti-Spell Fragrance pretty much just force your opponent, not only you, but your opponent as well, to set your spell cards and wait before activating them unless they're quick play spells. Um, so pretty much with Harpie Dancer, you use her ability to bounce back your Harpies while Harpie's hunting grounds on the field, and you start destroying stuff, and then normal summon them again, or play Chandler and Ego and stuff like that. So pretty much you can opt out your opponent's spell cards, shutting them down completely. Next is Mirror Force, which is just pretty much a widespread destruction of your opponent's swarm board, while Dimensional Prison pretty much just clears out monsters that you don't want to be destroyed by battle or card effect, and you pretty much just want to get them out the way as much as possible so that they don't return or come back. Other than that, my one-ups are pretty simple. They're Vanity's Emptiness, they're Bottomless Trap Hole, Torrential Tribute, and Solemn Warning. So that's pretty much the main deck. Onto the extra deck, which is really self-explanatory in most of its cases. It did change up a lot just because of room and having a lot of cards added to it that I didn't have before. We have triple Lightning Chidori. This is essential in any rank 4 win spam deck. Works really well with the Harpie archetype of just helping get rid of threats and problem cards. 2 Phantasmal Dragon, which when I get an Ouroboros, 1 Phantasmal Dragon will come out, and that will be the Ouroboros. But for now, it's 2 Phantasmals because they can easily hit the board, have enough stuff to support them, swing for damage, protect your Harpie monsters themselves, and then pretty much just lock your opponent out. It does need material for it to continue its effect. So it's also why there's 3 of them in here, 2 of them in here. But with Dancer's effect, with bouncing them back to back, you can easily just put them back on board again if you can establish enough stuff, and then just keep it going from there. 1 Castell, similar to Lightning Chidori in that same sense. Mega Phantom Beast Drago Sack is here because in case you do have a dragon type of seed monster like Phantasmal on board, if you have 2 Chandlers, that's one of the 2 options that I run to get into it. Of course, if I did have the 3rd option, which is Big Eye, you can go into him as well. 1 Ice Beast Zero Fine, so that she can pretty much negate your opponent's face-up stuff. Gain 300 attack for each face-up card on the field, and in addition to Harpie's Hunting Grounds, giving her the additional 200. She's become one really big beater. 1 Dweller, so you can deal with graveyard effects. The 1 Gaga Cowboy, to do the last bit of damage if it needs to come to that situation. 1 Stellar Knight Deltaros. I actually am starting to try out Deltaros. I like Deltaros for his ability that he doesn't allow your opponent to activate effects or cards when you normally special summon a monster. Also that he can, while he has when he has his material. Also, I like the fact that you can detach a material from him to destroy a card on the field, so that helps as well. Next is Koragoron. This is actually a really useful and unique monster. If case your opponent start targeting stuff, you can change the target. Or if you're targeting something and they chain something to you, you can just switch the target. So it's pretty much just a target switcher. Speaking of target switching, we have Master Blades, my second option for a rank 7 monster. Whenever something targets him, he can negate it and destroy it. And if something would try it, and then if there's something else on board, you can choose to destroy that. New to my arsenal, I have 1 number 101 Silent Honor Arc. Really self-explanatory monster. And my last monster in my extra deck is Ragnar Zero. For those random decks that have monsters that want to change their attack points, she can destroy them and then draw a card off of that. So that's pretty much the end of this deck profile, you guys. I hope you all enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, you guys, this is Good Extreme signing out. Take care.